Welcome back for our third and final video in this series entitled the First Time Buyers Bootcamp, where we help you first-time buyers folks to understand the ins and outs of buying your first home. I'm Lisa Salt with RE/MAX Vernon Salt Fowler, and I'm a realtor in the North Okanagan Shuswap for over 30 years. Our team of first-time buyer experts are ready to answer any and all of your questions on buying your first home. Now, in our first video in our bootcamp, we talked about demystifying the process. And we talked about step by step about the process of buying your house. Then in our second video, we talked about some tips and tricks for effective house hunting. And today we're going to delve deeper into a very important part of the process, and that is negotiating the deal and managing the closing of your purchase. Successfully navigating negotiations and the closing process is crucial to purchasing a home. And in this section, I'm going to teach you negotiation techniques, how to handle counteroffers, and then guide you through the closing process, highlighting those common pitfalls that we want you to avoid. Obviously, all I can do in this video is go over the broad strokes, but this is one of the most important parts of the process and one where you really need professional help. So let's start with the negotiation techniques. Number one, research and preparation. What to offer? I mean, how do you know what to offer? Now, when we value a house as a realtor or a condo or a piece of land, we always start by looking at comparable sales. You're going to do the same thing. This is also what a certified appraiser will do, and this is what you are going to do.
This would make a great new house. What do you think?
Look at what other similar properties have sold for in similar areas in the last X number of months. That's important to know real estate prices of similar homes in the area to support your offer. What your realtor would do or should do, and what you will want your realtor to research, is the area sales. I want to personally know the tax assessed value as well. What does the government think my house is worth? Actually, it's interesting. I love this cartoon. This shows your home is seen by, this is you being the seller. The buyer, that's you, so you see it as a little bit less than what the seller sees it. The lender sees it as a little shack. The appraiser sees it at worse, and I love how the tax assessor sees it. Now, tax assessments are almost always wrong. Now, I like to look at the tax assessments, but you have to realize they're pretty much always wrong because they're done ages ago, long before they're released. So they're always behind. In a rising market, they're generally low, and in a falling market, they're generally high. Plus, the assessor generally has no knowledge of things like minor renovations that didn't require a permit, or just general housekeeping, staging, things that make a difference to value. Anyhow, you want to look at the comparable sales to see how this home that you have fallen in love with compares to other similar homes in a similar area. You just have to remember, valuing is an art, not a science. So don't think you can figure out to the penny what something is worth. Nobody can. I know an appraiser gives an absolute number, but that's because they're paid to, and that's what their job is. However, they have a leeway of 5% either way. Next is you want to try and find out about the seller's motivation. Understanding things like the seller's timeline, their reasons for selling. Then you can tailor your negotiation strategy even closer. Their motivation and their requirements, like for example, what dates do they want? What dates do they need to move? What do they want to include? Some sellers may make concessions on their price to get their dates. How about inclusions? Some sellers may make concessions if you don't want everything under the sun. Maybe it's really important for them to take their appliances.
Two cents. Yeah, unfortunately, we're taking them with us.
How about if you make an offer subject to the sale of a house? Okay, I know I'm talking to first-time buyers. Obviously, if it's your first time, you don't have a house to sell. But if you did, that offer, I'm just giving an example, that offer is less exciting than one that's, say, from a first-time buyer, just subject to financing. Anyhow, I digress. The point is to try to find out the seller's motivation. That's a good thing to do. Sometimes the other realtor will have a really good poker face and won't tell you anything. However, it never hurts to ask, as sometimes the seller has given permission to their realtor to say one thing or another, which may give you some insight into their motivation. The next thing is your motivation and requirements. Maybe if you need certain dates and timing and inclusions, maybe your price then would have to go up. Or if you're willing to buy the house bare bones, if you're willing to go in all cash, no conditions, I wouldn't recommend that as a first-time buyer, but it's always an option. Someone comes in with an all cash offer with no conditions and all the seller has to do is sign it and it's sold, that's a big deal. that carries a lot of weight. So just give that some thought. If you make it subject to everything and you want a month to have your financing put together, and you want a professional home inspection, but you don't want it done until after your financing's done, and you want your dates and they want different dates, and you want all these inclusions and they don't want to leave anything, you got your work cut out for you. It's got to be some give and take. Number 2, let's talk about making an offer. Your initial offer, you want to start with a competitive yet reasonable offer based on your research. If you come in and lowball, man, you risk just really annoying the seller. And they might not even counter your offer. They might just say, go away, I don't want to deal with you. And even if they do come back and say, okay, I'll give you $1,000 off, or I'll give you $5,000, or they're gonna have a bad feeling towards you, and you don't want to create that right off the bat. It creates a bad negotiation. So it's better to come in with a competitive yet reasonable offer. If you come in with $100,000 below market value, you risk just them not even wanting to deal with you. And they might just decide that, well, if I'm gonna deal with you, I'm definitely gonna get more money. Again, not a good negotiation. So the key here is to be reasonable. Number 2, we've talked about contingencies. Those are the conditions that go into your offer that protect your interest. Subject to financing, subject to a home inspection, subject to a title search, subject to property disclosure statement, all those things. You'll want to go over those with your realtor and make a decision as to what makes sense to put in your offer. And like I say, less is more, but you still want to protect yourself. Again, this whole thing is an art. It's not a science. Step 3 is dealing with counteroffers. You can put in an offer on a property, and then the seller can do 3 things: accept your offer, reject your offer, or counter your offer. So what they will do is they will say, okay, I'm not going to take $600,000. My list price is $629,000. I just reduced the price last week. I'll take $625,000. And I'm not putting in my washer. I'm not putting in my dryer. I don't want to wait a month for you to get your financing together. 2 weeks is fine, etc., etc. Then all these items are going to be put into a counteroffer and sent back to your agent. So for you, you've just got to be willing to adjust some terms, maybe closing dates, maybe some repairs. There's got to be some give and take. It can't be a win-lose type of negotiation. If you just fight and aren't willing to let anything go, not willing to give anything up, then you might not be able to come to an agreement.
Exactly.
If it's important for you to get the dates that you want, as I talked about before, say you have given the notice on your place and you need to be out by the end of the month, okay, well, you might have to offer a little bit more. Think about it. If you're, maybe it's going to save you money or hassle or time or whatever, and then you just have to massage that until you hopefully can reach an agreement. One of the main things with negotiations is to do your best to remain calm. You've probably heard that when emotions are high, intellect goes down. And so if you get really emotionally involved and don't keep your emotions in check, then you lose sight of your primary goal. Focus on what's important to you and realize this is a negotiation and you want it to be a win-win. Remain calm. I know it's hard. And be ready to walk away if necessary. You have to be prepared to walk away if negotiations don't meet your needs.
I'm out of here.
Sometimes sellers are just unreasonable. The trick is to determine who's being unreasonable. Is it them or is it you? Or is it both parties? You just have to be prepared to walk away if their price exceeds your budget by too much. Now let's talk about the closing process. What happens there? So once you have an accepted offer, you've done all the negotiating, an offer has been accepted, it's subject to this, your financing, home inspection. The realtor will help you set all those things up. They are available to send the documents to your lender, all those things. So let's say you come to your condition removal date, everything's come through, your financing has been approved, the home inspection came out with a few things, few minor things. There was an electrical plug that didn't work, and there was a handle on one of the doors that was broken. and you're like, okay, no problem, I can fix those things myself. So fine, you remove your conditions, you sign the paperwork with the realtor, yay, now you've bought a house. Congratulations, you pop the champagne, whatever. Then, X number of weeks or months later, you're going to get to the point where you're going to have to close. Closing is the time when you meet with the lawyer or notary, you sign all the papers, your financial institution sends the money for your mortgage to the lawyer's office in trust. You will come in with your down payment and you're going to sign the paperwork. You're going to make sure that everything all matches up, all from the lawyer's perspective, make sure everything looks right before you sign. Then you sign your life away, you give the check, certified check, bank draft, whatever, to pay for the remaining part of your down payment. And then closing date comes and goes, the money changes hands, and then a day or two later, it's time for possession. Then it is time for the key handover on possession date. At possession time, you'll receive the keys and celebrate your new home ownership. Let's talk about some common pitfalls though, and how to avoid them in this whole process. Number one pitfall, underestimating your costs. There's quite a few costs beyond the actual purchase price. There could be some taxes. We talked about the property transfer tax. How about your house insurance? There might be title insurance. You may have to pay for an appraisal. You'll have to pay for a home inspection. And of course, you want to have that emergency maintenance cost in your budget as well. You want to also have money for unexpected repairs, that emergency fund for those unexpected problems that may come up. Now, one big pitfall to avoid, some people just skip the inspection. It's $500, I don't want to pay. Holy cow. I would advise never skip a home inspection, even on new builds. A home inspection can uncover hidden issues that may be super costly to repair. And if you don't do your due diligence, if you don't do the home inspection, how are you ever going to find any of these things? You think the roof looks great. You had your buddy go into the attic and, oh yeah, everything looks fine. The next thing you know, there's some major problem with the roof and it costs you what, $10,000, $20,000 to replace it? Where are you going to get that money? That was over and above your emergency fund. I really feel it's important to get a home inspection. They can't find everything. It's a visual inspection, but at least it's a visual inspection by somebody who's kind of a jack of all trades. Number three pitfall, last minute financial changes. Whatever you do, don't buy a new car before you move into your new house. That's going to affect your credit. It's going to affect your debt servicing ratio. You might come up to closing day and the bank won't give you the money. What then? Don't open up a new line of credit. Don't make any large purchases. Buy the house first. And we're coming to the end of our 3-part series. By understanding each phase of the home buying process and preparing for the challenges that you might face, you can at least approach your first time home buying experience with confidence and clarity. The foundational knowledge will empower you to make informed decisions and achieve a successful and rewarding home purchase. Thanks for watching our series, and please watch our other first-time home buyer videos or give us a call. Vernon Salt Fowler. We'd love to help you in your first home buying journey.